Your Jazz recap here on DJ and PK 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Jake Scott with you. The Jazz followed the Knicks last night, 134-117. Jordan Clarkson comes back, makes his return to the Delta Center, and man, what a game did he have. 27 points, 10 of 15 shooting. Gave the Knicks a huge lift in the fourth quarter to hang on for the victory. As for the Jazz, 29 points by Bryce Sensabaugh to lead the way, 9 of 19 shooting for Bryce. Ace added 21. Let's get to the post-game sound and Jazz head coach Will Hardy.
A tale of two halves. We came out to start the game and really couldn't have been hotter shooting the ball. And so we were able to dictate the tempo of the game. We did a great job in transition, great job seeing the weak side. And then in the second half, they got hot, and we started having to play against more of a set defense, and it hurt us. I felt like we couldn't really create much of an advantage offensively, and didn't do a great job of making early, simple passes. But overall, continue to be really proud of the team and how they're competing and how they're sticking together. I thought for Anderson's first game, he really played hard. Guards, rebounds, digs out loose balls. Had a couple unfortunate missed layups, but that means nothing to me. Was really proud of the way that he played. I thought the team played really hard tonight.
How much do you know about Anderson before he comes here?
When we signed him, I got a pretty good briefing, and I went and watched some film, and that's why our front office, they're doing way more basketball watching in terms of how spread out their eyes are than I am. I'm watching a lot of basketball, but it's pretty narrow in this point in the year, so I had to get up to speed pretty quick, and then obviously he's been in the building the last day and a half, and have spent 5 minutes with him probably. But the great part is that his strengths are very simple, repeatable things. I thought he played really hard tonight.
What do we know about Keyonte's injury?
I don't know much now, other than that it's his hamstring. And the timeline of that is coming. I just saw him in the locker room, so he's not somewhere else. But he said he felt a pretty good pull in his hamstring, and I'll let the medical team sort that out.
That's Jazz head coach Will Hardy. Let's now move on to the players. Here is Bryce Sensabaugh.
Man, I just started off with the first shot. Been working on getting my feet down quick, and Coach talks to me a lot about how I kind of shoot comfortable sometimes, or careful, that's what I mean. So I try to aim it perfectly and all the other stuff. So today I was just focused on getting it up quick, and it worked out.
There were a couple of really cool moments in the game where Jalen Brunson hits a big three or JC hits a big three, and you come right back down and answer. How are you improving your competitive edge that way?
Yeah, for me, my young career and, where the future of this team is going, just trying to, kind of make a name for myself as a competitor, obviously, because, this team is going to be special in the future, and I want to be part of that. So, this is basically an audition for me with opportunities. So just looking to take advantage of it.
Your edge defensively, we saw you, with some tough fouls and really trying to set a tone that way, too. You're trying to be a two-way player, it seems like.
Yeah, kind of just putting extra effort on that end. Obviously, you can't win basketball games without that. So, that's something that I've been trying to prove myself as well on that end of the floor. And I think it worked great for us in the first half. We were able to get a lot of stops and get runouts and easy buckets on the other end. So,
career high for you, but fun to have JC back. He had a season high tonight. What's that like to see one of your former kind of mentors and vets back in the building?
Yeah, that was cool. Obviously he had a great 5-6 years here. He had his tribute video. Great guy. Learned a lot of things from him. My first 2 years. So. It was great to have him back in the building. And, I'm glad he put on the show for the fans. So I know they miss him.
That's Bryce Sensabaugh, 29 points last night for Bryce to lead the way for the Jazz. Let's now hear from the newest Jazz man. Just signed a 10-day contract, played 24 minutes last night, grabbed 9 rebounds. Here is Anderson Garcia.
Will Hardy was saying after the game that he was really impressed. You know, you've been here a day and a half, barely spent any time with the team, and those little things that you were talking about, just digging out loose balls, tapping out rebounds, guarding. He said he was really impressed with how you played today. What does that mean to hear that from the coach?
I mean, it means a lot, you know, because, like I said, coming from the Dominican Republic and being here, I have my family going crazy, you know, as a dream. It was a dream for me as a kid, and now being here with an NBA jerseys, it means a lot. And, you know, I'm really grateful that the head coach say those things about me, so I'm happy to be here.
Who's the first person you call when you get called up?
Man, it was really hard for me to, I was calling like my closest friend because my parents wasn't answering. They wasn't answering too, so I was like, I cannot believe this until I can see my jersey in person. So it was really tough for me to like realize that.
Did you do a lot of pre-draft workouts?
I did not.
Did you come to Salt Lake at all?
Nah, we just played in Mexico against the G League team. But yeah.
What was your experience like in the G League with Mexico City?
I mean, it's a lot, you know. Being able to do the things that I do, and people like actually seeing those things and trying to be able to like help the team win, you know, it's hard doing it here in the league, you know. Like today, I can really say that, you know, because it's a big difference. But I'm really grateful to be part of Capitanes too.
How do you feel you've progressed from the start of the G League season to where you are now, getting this opportunity?
I mean, it was like understanding that your role, what the thing that you can do to help the team win. And right now, the G League team from Mexico is doing pretty well right now, so it's all about winning.
When you finally got a hold of your family, what was their reaction?
I mean, they was crying. I think they still crying right now, you know. So back home, I have like a little video saying something, like a little message for the future, saying that I want to be somebody in the future. I want to be remembered in my city and my country. And today, being able to be here, it just, you know, it's kind of like it's like a party or like a parade in my city right now.
That's Anderson Garcia, 9 boards in his Jazz debut to go along with 6 points, but the Jazz fall to the Knicks 134-117. Next up, the Jazz will be in Portland to take on the Blazers coming up tomorrow night. Tip-off's at 8. Pre-game coverage begins at 7. Coming up next, more DJ and PK, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.